Hello and welcome to NPR's Class Notes. I'm Allison Young. Today we're going to continue to explore the various ways that music can communicate emotions by identifying some of the tools that composers use to create mood or feeling. Picture yourself baking cookies with your family. You'll need to use an assortment of tools to complete the job. Well, the same is true with composers. Now, they don't use measuring spoons or whisks, but they do use a variety of tools to communicate how they want their music to make people feel. Let's listen again to the 4 pieces of music we highlighted in an earlier video to learn about and identify what some of these tools or elements are. You might notice that in this piece, the music starts loud, then gets even louder. That's called dynamics. Dynamics indicate how soft or loud the notes should be played and are usually displayed on the music as a symbol or letter. P is for piano, which is the Italian word for soft. F stands for forte, which means loud. Instrumentation indicates what instruments are being used and what overall effect they create. The high-pitched string instruments in the beginning of this piece create a scream-like effect, almost as if someone were yelling, "Help me!" Now let's listen to this piece. In this music, dynamics and tempo work hand in hand to create a sense of calm and peaceful beauty. The volume stays much the same throughout the piece. At the same time, its tempo, that's how fast or slow the composer would like it to be played, is adagio. That's an Italian word that indicates a slow and graceful pace, almost like your resting heartbeat. Now, something different. In this piece, the harmony, that's how different notes sound together at the same time, creates a somber mood, while the dynamics are mainly soft and unchanging. The tempo is largo. It's even slower than adagio, yet the steady beat gives the impression of a slow march or tolling bells. When used together, these elements help create a sense of sadness. Now contrast the previous music with this piece. Listen carefully for the meter. The meter tells you how many beats there are per measure and is conveyed on the music with the use of a time signature. Can you tell that there are 3 beats per measure? The tempo is allegro giocoso, which means fast and humorous, perfectly in keeping with this movement, the bringer of jollity. While the instrumentation, through the use of bells, brass instruments like trumpets and a tambourine, creates a festive, happy sound. Another musical element you're hearing is called articulation. When a dot is placed over or below a note, it means that it should be played abruptly and separated from the other notes. In Italian, it's called staccato, and it sounds like this. Whereas if you have an overarching line that links the notes together, that means you should play them as smoothly as possible. In Italian, that's called legato, almost as though they're connected. These are just a few examples of the tools or elements composers use to communicate emotion in their music. When used skillfully, these elements can really make music come alive.